Hi, welcome to the series of Hall of Fame. And today I have with me Dipali who was in the program for close to 11 months, and she has managed to lose about 11 kgs, which is about 22 pounds and more, Dipali, right, in the program. And Dipali, a short introduction about Dipali, and I'll leave it to Dipali to introduce herself again. Dipali is a mother of two kids. She has a boy and a girl. She is from Chennai in India, but right now she is settled in Los Angeles. She is also a Bharatanatyam dancer, and that is why I adore Dipali, because anybody who holds a passion and is able to run with it, I just find it admirable. She runs her own academy, and not just that, Dipali also helps her husband at his business, and she also volunteers at a hospital. So she is a woman with multiple facets in her personality, and I have Dipali with me. Dipali, welcome, and a warm welcome to you, and congratulations on achieving this great feat and entering the Hall of Fame. So Dipali, very happy to have you. If you don't mind, can you share a little bit more about yourself with the audience, which I may have not covered?
No, you've covered everything. Very good morning and good evening to all of you. Yes, so like Rumaji mentioned, my name is Dipali. I've been living in Los Angeles for about 22 years. I run a dance academy, and recently for the past 2 years, since the pandemic started, also decided volunteering at the hospital. And I have two kids. My daughter is at the university, my son who's getting ready to go to the university. So yes, Navita was introduced to me through my cousin, Kushbu, where I just happened to see her and a change in her, and it inspired me immediately. So that is how I got to find out about Navita and Ruma.
Thank you so much, Dipali. And it has been a wonderful 11-month journey with you, wonderful working with you and working on your health and fitness goals. So, Dipali, if you can help, when you joined the program, what were the goals with which you joined the program? What were your goals? What were you looking to solve? Which problems were you looking to solve in your life?
One, eating healthy habits, because even though I do a lot of fitness, I normally tend to lean towards a little bit of comfort food, especially when I'm on the road going through my classes, in classes which are long sessions, and maintaining the weight in a healthy manner, which was always a battle. So I used to do different programs where I did strength training. I would do cardio. I would also join the gym to stay fit, but nothing that kept me stagnant once achieved. So if I did end up eating or swapping, it would fluctuate, and drastically within a week, you could see it coming back. So that was my main goal for coming and trying out Navita, which did work.
All right. So now, have your fluctuations, we do travel, we do, sometimes tend to eat out of what has been suggested. So does it still fluctuate, or you've been able to conquer that problem now? Does your weight still fluctuate, or have you been able to conquer that? That was the question.
All right. I think we froze for a second.
Okay. Would you like me to repeat the question, Dipali? Yeah. All right. So you mentioned that prior to joining Navita, whenever you were in travel, you were having your comfort food, your weight would fluctuate and it would not maintain at the same level. Did that problem get resolved?
It did.
Okay. Okay. So you're able to.
So yeah, so basically, the first week of travel that I did in the initial first 2-3 months itself, I didn't want to give up because I was so hooked to it. And I was kind of seeing that I was achieving weekly progress. I balanced to continue, and with the travel guide, and with the balanced meal and the exercise, which were, very timely, manageable in any environment, I did not have to put a pause to it, and I could achieve. Even though it was not much, but I did achieve, and that kept me going.
Yes, no, that's great, Dipali. And one of the best things I think, you already mentioned that is that you were exercising while you were traveling. That is such a, oftentimes when people travel, the first thing that goes out of the window is exercising, right?
That's right.
And you continue to do that, and that is such a great thing, that you continue to do the exercise. The exercises were accessible to you, but it's accessible to everybody in our program. But you continue to do that, and that's a great thing. So thank you so much for sharing that, Dipali. And if you could also, tell the audience what were the different things that you did or which worked for you that help you achieve this magnificent goal, because for women it doesn't come easy. I keep telling everyone that a woman's body works half the rate at which a man's body works, because of just the way our hormones do, right? A man can just not eat for a day and his weight will come down by by a kg or two. They can just go for a walk and their weight will come back by 5 kgs, but women are not blessed like that, isn't it? We have to put in a lot of effort. So what has worked for you, Dipali, that you were able to achieve this magnificent goal?
So I would like to start by saying sleep,
Mhm.
which has always been not a challenge for me. I love to because since I work late, I like to stay up late and catch up a little bit on TV shows that I kind of tend to watch.
Yeah.
Going to bed late night, and of course, getting up in the morning. So, lack of sleep was one. And right timing, the balance of meals and the time frame between the breakfast to the lunch to the dinner was never there for me, which I started seeing when it was balanced between every 2.5, 3 hours and the 7 hours of sleep. I started doing tremendous amount of progress for me. And I was not also eating sufficient too, which I realized even though I was eating, it
Mhm.
was not. I was checking on what Navita had given me to what I was doing, and I was comparing. That is where I saw a drastic change.
I see. So, do you mean to say, Dipali, that after joining the program, you had to eat more than what you were
Yes,
eating before?
yes, absolutely.
Oh,
Because I
okay.
think I was not eating sufficient, and
Uh-huh.
also the time frame. It would be either eat at 8 o'clock and then immediately at 9:30 in order to catch up because there were some commitments that need to be caught up.
Mhm.
And then it would be a big gap of another 6 hours before the next meal. So that was always there, the imbalance. Even though it was healthy,
Mhm.
still not the right way that it had to go for the body.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Dipali, because this one is important, because often people feel that they have to lose weight, they have to eat less. And when you said that you ate more and yet you lost weight because of all the other right practices, that is a great affirmation to our theory that, we have to eat enough so our body can progress. Eating less is always not the solution. So thank you so much for affirming that. And that worked for you. I'm so glad to hear that, Dipali.
Yeah.
So Dipali, another, the wonderful aspect of your personality that I'm so smitten to, if I may use that word, is you are a dancer. You run your household, you help your husband with the business, and you also volunteer at the hospital. And on top of that, some of the perks of living in India is that we get some help at home, but which is not a, which doesn't come as a guarantee to you while living in the US. So how do you manage all of this while being a working woman, being volunteering, and then managing your own health, balancing your meals, eating at the right time? How did you do all of this? Please share your tips and tricks with us.
Absolutely. So determination was the first thing. After I had my first meeting and conversation, I knew what I was expecting out of it. So
Mhm.
it was talking to myself that if I needed to do this, I would first require discipline.
Mhm.
And based off of that, how I was going to plan. So I already knew how my day was going based off of my volunteering, my kids going to school, my husband's work schedule, my evening work schedule. I would start the day early. So
Mhm.
practically the months, I followed Nivita very well, which is going to bed by 10:30, waking up at 5:30, which really helped. I would cook the meal for my personal goal achievement for the day or two. And based off of that, and then that did not hinder me from stopping and doing my other chores in the morning. So I would be available for the family to do what I need to do for them, as well as I was available for myself doing all my activities. So if the meal prep is already done
Mhm.
and everything is cooked, I think it goes great. And I would finish my exercise way before my family wakes up in the morning.
Wow.
The first what I did was after I had my cup of tea and walnuts, the first thing that I did was did my exercise. So once
Mhm.
that's out, then nothing hinders because exercise is the biggest challenge, regardless of how many minutes it is, whether it is 10 minutes or an
Mhm.
hour.
Right,
Something that's
right.
always on my mind. So that was my first thing. So when I did that, I felt a sense of achievement. Then the rest of the day was achieved. So the
Oh,
day I did not finish my exercise in the morning, throughout the day, I would be lingering, wondering, I have to do, I haven't done.
yeah, yeah.
So
Absolutely.
try to balance that. So that was what was an achiever for me. So first thing in the morning, finish the exercise, and then the rest of it. And also cook my meals for myself because we always put ourselves behind. And then
Mhm.
when we have time for ourselves is when then we start slacking.
Yes. No, that's an excellent message, and you're so right, Dipali, that women oftentimes we tend to put ourselves in the back burner. And when we prioritize, and oftentimes we feel guilty of prioritizing our health and our needs. But we and the message is great because when we prioritize ourselves, we are able to give more of us to the family and the people that we love and our, the academy that you run, the Bharatanatyam Academy and stuff like that. So that's excellent. So Dipali, you finish your exercises in the morning and you also do your meal preparation in the morning, which gives you the rest of the day to yourself to invest in whatever other activities that you want to do for yourself. Wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, that's a great planning tip. First thing before, as soon as we wake up, no distraction. Finish the exercises. It's done for the day. It's you can just strike it out once you're done, and then the meal planning, and you're all set. That's excellent. So with that, Dipali, thanks so much for sharing that tip, and especially I'm sure working women will find this tip very, very helpful because women have a lot of responsibility, not just outside but at home as well. And even though the society doesn't expect us, many times we expect that out of ourselves. So your tip will definitely help. And Dipali, also, so you joined with the goal of health. Now, how did that, so in this journey of achieving a good health, healthy eating habits, a right weight, maintaining the weight, has it impacted other areas of your life as well when you look at it in a holistic view? Being healthy, how has that impacted your other areas of life?
So it has, and I would like to share that. Um, I had heard and seen that when they go through hormonal changes, menopause, I've seen that a lot of wavelengths, and that's something that scared me. And I was already informed that I was going to be, I'm close to getting into the hormonal changes, and
Mhm,
hence, in order to not go through any of that, uh, whatever whatever I was able to avoid
mhm,
naturally and genetically you can't do much, but health wise and discipline wise, if there was anything that could be avoided, is when I entered this program. And it did, because I did not feel what to say uh, fatigue. That
mhm,
was the main thing I would hear. Women are fatigued, they like to lay around. I did not feel tired. I would not feel like, depressed. I also stayed very active. For some reason, it was quite magical. The exercises that we did, regardless when you are tired too, it actually, as you mentioned, did bring in a lot of energy.
mhm. I see.
So menopause was the main thing for me to join, and it achieved. I did not, through Nivita, this 11 months, I did not realize that I was going through menopause and I was done with it.
Wow.
So
Wow.
weight gain, hot flashes, mood swings, fatigue, laying around, that was something that I did not experience in through Nivita. So I would surely say, okay, discipline is important, of course. You need to be determined, but started at the right time and I could surpass this. No weight gain, no bloating. I was very strict the first 6 months of Nivita. I made sure I achieved because I was so scared when I saw people around me going through, the ups and downs of menopause. It actually scared me. So I'm very happy it helped. And I would say this is the right way to do it if it helps. I'm not sure. Every body is different.
Mhm.
And every person's genetically are also different. But sure, Navita has helped. If not much, I would say 50 to 60% through my menopause.
Wow, wow, that's such an encouraging word, Dipali. And yes, indeed, menopause is a time of transition. It's a very normal thing to happen, and women go through a lot of hormonal changes right from the time we get our first periods, pregnancy, delivery, pre-menopause, menopause, and then post-menopause. And the body takes up, how do I call it? The body is also going through ups and downs along with that. And so many women, and menopause, so many women go through a very tough time during menopause and after menopause as well because of the osteoporosis, the risk of osteoporosis, which is very, very high. So your words are very encouraging, Dipali, that if we follow the right lifestyle and have the right healthy habits, exercising, and again, the kind of exercises that you do, Dipali, let me tell you and be very honest in this interview, a lot of the younger people are also doing the same exercise. So there is really no difference between the exercises that I give to you and I give to a younger person. So to me, I do not view Dipali's age will never come, because you are at that fitness level. We do not go by just the age. So you have basically, to me, when I see you and I go through your program, to me, you seem to have reversed your age. Let me let me pass that compliment on to you. I would, it's a matter of pride that the kind of exercises that you do, I give you pretty strenuous exercises, and you are able to do that with ease. So hats off to you, Dipali, and very encouraging words for women. And we do work with a lot of women, and I'm sure this video is being watched by women in this age group where we are going through either we are approaching menopause or we are transitioning through menopause or we are just right after menopause. So these are very encouraging words, Dipali. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. And Dipali, if I have to ask you what is...
Just,
I'm sorry, please go ahead.
no,
Didn't
go
mean
ahead.
to.
I just said, okay, no, thank you so much. That's what I said.
Thank you. Thank you. And Dipali, if you had to share your success mantra with the community and with our audience, what would that be?
I would say do not give up. And the success mantra, I would say, is something that I got a reward after I achieved my goal. It just happened to be meeting friends. They feel that I have gone 10 years younger. It boosts a person's self-esteem, when you're there. Also, it makes you feel good. You're energetic. And when people compliment you for what you have achieved and your hard work, how wrong can you be? So I would say, please never give up. Determination is required. You do come to sometimes a standstill. And it's not that I have not cheated. There was a time that I wanted, I did eat, but then I knew how to balance. I made sure that, I don't bring it to attention. So maybe once or twice through my 11 months, I have done that. And it's normal, it happens, but stay focused, determined, the rewards are great, and life will go smooth. I mean, from this point onwards, after 50, we need to stay healthy. So if we want to stay away from pills, this is something we all should maintain if we
Mhm.
can.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Dipali, for your time. A very inspirational message for women who are either transitioning through menopause or who are approaching menopause. So thank you so much for that. And a lot of good nuggets I have taken from you, the tips, how you plan and manage your day. while managing so many other responsibilities. It's not just house, you take up a lot of responsibilities outside as well. So thank you so much for sharing your insights, and thank you for your time, and congratulations once again. And to the audience, as you're watching this, I hope you found this very, very valuable and inspirational as well. Whatever takeaways you have, if you can put it in the comment box below, you will see that you're learning from Dipali's journey is maximized. So please take that moment to write down your takeaways in the comment box below. Take care. Bye-bye.